Oh my
Guys,
goodness.
it's KiSS.
Hi,
What's up? What's up?
Yes, as you can see, we put out a call for fan questions, and I got pure ladies who wanted to join this call.
That's best company.
So, everyone submitted their fan questions. We had a lot of people who wanted to join this call with us. So again, thank you for your time and for doing this, because it means a lot to fans, especially because now, Toronto Caribbean Carnival, the parade hasn't been able to happen for 2 years now. So we're just trying to connect everybody together and still celebrate Caribbean culture. So I'm going to start off with Jenna. She has a question for you. So Jenna's been a fan of yours for years and years and years, and one of her favorite songs by you is What List. That is a very good choice. So Jenna, take it away.
I've been a longtime fan of your Soca music, but my boyfriend recently told me that you actually started as a rock band, which I think is so cool. So what was it like to transition from a rock band to playing Soca?
Well, yeah, we definitely started off in rock. My brothers, they're in love with Van Halen. It was a kind of band of brothers and the Beatles. And so as kids growing up, rock music. And then for me personally, I went more into R&B and stuff like that. And Soca really was not a part of the equation just yet. I think it was when we were late teens, we joined up with, there was a band called Second Image in the 90s, and they were sort of revamping their thing, and they were like, oh, these youths looking good, and they could play their instruments. So they kind of included us in the Soca, and that was the first time we jumped on the Soca train, and to be honest, Toronto was one of the first cities we ever toured in, and I always say that because it was always one of the first places we saw with Soca. So the transition was quite different, I have to say, because we had to learn Soca again. I was always around it. And by the way, What Less was recorded in Canada as well, actually.
Yes!
Oh, that's incredible.
And so I'm going to hop over to Jennifer. So she's been a KiSS fan since 2007.
Hello.
She's met you several times. I went on her Instagram page and almost all her photos were with you. She's actually a manager of one of your unofficial fan pages. So Jennifer, tell them all about it and ask your question.
Hey, Cass. Hope you, Rihanna, on Hands and the band are well. I manage KTB Fans United as one. So I always like to copy over your content and put up fresh content. We have over 1,100 followers. So if you're not following us yet, please do. It would help a lot. So my question is, I have a nephew and niece who are singers, and they've been performing in local bars in Toronto. So what advice would you give to someone who wants to break into the music business?
I think you just keep at it, in a sense of, I always heard that advice. I have to say, after big up Farm and Happy, see, once you hit that same spot on the door, one day it's going to break through. And in a sense of, they say that when the student is ready, the master will appear. So you really have to continue at your craft in such a way that opportunities are going to continue to open. Of course, you have your goals where you want to reach and you want to be in the Grammys, you want to do all those things, but you have to see the purpose of where you are at and why you are at where you're at, in a sense, how to use these elements the best. So for instance, that bar, those spots that he's singing at, he needs to aim to ram out that place. He needs to aim to get that place so overpacked that he has to get a bigger venue to do his other thing. I've seen a lot of people who started in a particular way, but they never lost sight of what this made them feel and why they're doing it, So.
Okay, thanks. That's great advice. I'll pass it along.
Good to see you, Jen. Good to
nice
see you.
Nice to see you too.
So we have another Jen. This is Jen G, and her favorite song is Boss Lady. And fun fact, she was actually my fiance and I, our boss, when we went to university.
Oh, wow, nice.
Full circle. So Jen, take it away.
Full circle. Hi, Kes. I'm going to bring it back to 2 years ago. We were at Tuesday on the Rocks, which would have been last night in Toronto. And you gave us what we took as a very personal invitation to come to Trinidad for Carnival. So that's exactly what we did. We were in Trinidad in 2020 and just had the time of our lives. That helped so much. So I'm curious how you kept the Carnival spirit alive during this time.
It was it was a deep time for reflection. I really had to get back to the source of why I love this, or why am I in a part of this, you know? And I got into, actually I studied a little bit on Calypso history, and like I got into the things that I wanted to get into, and probably didn't have a minute to do so. And then, you know, I thought long and hard of what as the lights is not turned on, what's missing? What exactly is that thing? What exactly is that feeling, and where does it come from? You know, and I was appreciative of the moment to actually press pause and reflect on like why I've been at it this long, and then what's gonna carry it for next, you know? So I'm so happy that you came to Trinidad. I'm gonna be real, I experience Trinidad Carnival every year through someone new, through someone who's seen it for the first time. And I have such a pleasure of carrying them around. And it looks so cool in the back. I don't even have one. I need one right now. Yeah. It's so good. And blessed love. Yeah. It's good
Thank
to meet
you. Good to meet you too.
See, Jen, I wish you were still my boss, because now I'd get major brownie points.
Huge, forever, Deepa, forever.
Noted. I will cash them in at some point. Last but not least, we have Syesha. So Savannah Grass is her favorite song, and she said she met you at Panorama one year, and it's one of her highlights of her entire life. So Syesha, take it away.
Actually, so nice to meet you guys. I just thought like that same year. So I was teaching in Trinidad, and during the carnival season, you came and performed for our students, and they knew that I like adored you, and they put on the PA system for me to come to the auditorium because they wouldn't let me miss it, and I was like running through the school to try and get to perform.
Who was that? What school was that?
Maple Leaf.
Oh, Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like running through the whole school trying to get there before you finished it, and they all knew to call me. So that was like my favorite time. But that's not my question. So my question is, so every time I see you perform, you and Robbie seem to jump higher and higher each time. So do you compete? Do you train? Like every single time y'all are reaching higher heights. I don't understand.
I think that it's funny because kind of like sometimes we look at each other and we don't know what's gonna come. We don't know if we're gonna, you know, anything. Like we look at each other as like, I think we can get this rounds, boy. I have the energy. Let me go. Those who know the band and know his energy is exactly what you see on stage. Is who he is, and to really have that, we push each other, I guess, to jump higher, you know, figuratively and you know.
Yeah.
And unreal. And I think that's where it is. You know, we sort of give each other a look and be like, we have to give this, you know, every show is every show, you know, like there's no, every show is like your last, you know, and that look is that. So I hope that we continue jumping. I don't know how, we probably have to get a pogo stick or something at some age, but for now we're still jumping high, man.
We actually wanted to do a fun game with you if you're down for it. Have you ever played Never Have I Ever before?
I must have a few times, and I think I have. I probably blanked it out.
Okay. So basically, we're just gonna give you some scenarios. Like never have I ever done this, and then you have to let us know if you've done it or not. And if you want to give some context is always good. So
all right.
First question.
Never have I ever Googled someone before a date.
I think when I went on dates, we didn't have Google. But I've definitely checked, you know, someone's page or whatever. If it is like, you know, there is an interest, you know, I've definitely, I'm not gonna lie, of course. You want to know, you know?
Of course.
But I mean, for real though, when dates were happening, like we didn't have that luxury, you know what I mean? Like in that way. Like people who come into my life, honestly, I have to say, just come into the right place, right time, right shows. Didn't really require searching.
What's your dating? What's going on in your dating life right now?
My dating life, and I'm seeing someone, and you know, it's settled. You know, it's a real nice space.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know, especially in a time like this when you kind of have to take it slow you really get to build a connection, spend time fostering the relationship. So I think if there's anything positive from the pandemic that people can take away, it's like slowing things down a bit and really appreciating everybody in your life.
So never have I ever fallen, tripped, or performed drunk.
Okay. I definitely formed past the tight side. You know, I wasn't wrong, but I was.
Yes.
You know something though? I have like such a, I don't know what it is. I have like a little better coordination like drunk than when I am not. Like I've definitely had a lot of accidents, not with anything, you know, nothing's happened. Kick wind and I'll probably fall down. I have some horrible moments, you know. But I was never drunk. That's the problem though. Like while I'm drunk, I have this sort of like, you know, swag.
Never have I ever forgotten the words to my own songs.
All the time. Listen, I'll write a whole new verse on stage maybe sometimes, you know. I mean, sometimes you're so caught in the moment of it that you really, you know, and that's the lovely thing about soca. It's kind of like a new song can write on stage. I've definitely.
I ever tried to make an ex jealous?
Ooh.
I've definitely been guilty of that. Yeah. Or more so not trying, but knowing that it will happen and actually having a little,
yeah,
a little joy.
I can relate.
Huh?
I can relate.
Yeah, you know, it's like I wasn't going out to do that, but I know that this is gonna.
Yeah, but you knew. Yeah, we knew, and yeah, totally relatable.
If we're being real.
Never have I ever slid into a stranger's DMs.
Nah, that's a
not even for like collaborating, like
yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I've written. I remember I had this song I had to repeat. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was just one of those songs that I needed at the right time. Yeah, and I would message people. They may not reply sometimes they do. But it's more about sort of sharing something in a sense of, you know, hey, your song is amazing. If nobody tell you today, let me tell you that this helped me. You know what I mean? And definitely, I've gone for it. I remember calling. I mean, this is before DMs, but I remember just calling the Mighty Shadow, which is like a classic calypso man. And he was like really big, and I was like, yo, can I like have one of your hats because I'm performing one of your songs? Yeah, I've never been afraid of that. If it is, I feel I need to share something or ask somebody something, I was always at least, you know, I must stop at some point and I'm going to do it.
Of course, shoot your shot. That's what life is about.